line of Aaron to the people. And now the high priest will go once a year into the Holy of Holies, and he will offer atonement for the sins of the nation. And we have at this point this whole new system of sacrifice to deal with the sin of Israel and to focus them on the Lord. The entire year now changes. The liturgical year changes to get everybody focusing on the bullseye, to focus on the bullseye. For example, they have special days. The Sabbath, obviously, on a weekly basis. The Feast of Trumpets, the trumpet blast at the beginning of each month, and then on the first day of the seventh month, ushered in the climax of religious observances. The sabbatical year. Upon entrance into Canaan, the Israelites were to leave the fields unseeded and the vineyards unpruned every 7 years. And then, every 49th year after that would be a Jubilee year, where there was freedom after that. We also have major feasts, the Passover, which is the Feast of Unleavened Bread, the Feast of Weeks, which is the Feast of Pentecost, 50 days after Passover, the Feast of Tabernacles, the final festival of the year, where they would live in booths in the field, and then the Day of Atonement, the most solemn day of the year. So there's a whole rhythm to their life. Even their clothing, we're going to see, is special to reflect the commands of God. You know, that's one of the things I appreciate so much about the Catholic Church, is that what I call the rhythm of life. The whole liturgical year is fashioned to follow the life of Christ so that you can be more perfectly conformed to Christ and hit the bullseye. I really appreciate that about the Catholic Church. It's beautiful. Well, this is where everything changes, but here's some good news for you. Chapter 32. This is where the dreaded book of Leviticus comes in. This is the book that has confused you and astounded many through the ages. The book of Leviticus. Think about it. The Levites, Leviticus. The book is for those Levites. And the book is divided up into two sections. Chapters 1 through 16 is called the priestly code. It is for the priests to do their priestly duty now. And chapter 17, to the end of the chapter, is called the holiness code. It is to what they minister to the common person. It's for the common person. And so suddenly now, the book of Leviticus, which fills out a lot more of this on the feasts and all of these types of things that we understand, this is where it belongs. This is where it belongs. So when you get to chapter 32, put a great big asterisk there and say, now you can go over to Leviticus. And now you understand that book and how it's put together. And so, chapter 33, right after this, we have immediately in 33 and 34, what do we have? A renewal of the covenant. A restoration, if you will. Build the troops back up after falling. And right away in chapter 33, I like this. It says in verse 2, and I will send an angel. God says, I'll send an angel before you, and I'll drive out the Canaanites and so forth. But I will not go up among you, lest I consume you in the way, for you are a stiff-necked people. So God is basically saying, look, I'm going to let you guys forward with the plan. You're going to go forward with the plan, but I'm going to send an angel, because if I go with you, I'm apt to just have a bad day. I'm apt to deal with you. If I go with you, I'm apt to consume you people, you stiff-necked people. And listen to what Moses says over in chapter 33 and verse 15. I love it. The intercessor. He said to him, Lord, let's talk about this. I mean, you're talking about we're going to go off into that land. You're not even going to go with us. You're just going to send an angel. Time out. Time out. He says, if thy presence will not go with me, do not carry us up from here. For how shall it be known that I have found favor in thy sight, I and thy people? Is it not in thy going with us, so that we are distinct, I and the people, from all the other people that are upon the face of the earth? Listen to that logic. Moses is saying, listen, Lord, the thing that makes us